Okay, let's unpack this. We've got a fascinating stack of information here, really diving deep into the Xiaomi SU7.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brand new electric sedan that's, well, it's making some waves.
Definitely. And Xiaomi, I mean, most people know them from phones, right?
Exactly, smartphones primarily.
Yeah.
But they're clearly aiming much bigger now, electrifying your commute, maybe even your track days.
Seems like it.
So our mission today really is to cut through the hype a bit and figure out what makes this SU7 significant.
Especially since they've launched, like, a whole family of models.
Right. Not just one car.
Yeah.
You've got your everyday kind of runner all the way up to something that's, well, it's basically nudging supercar territory.
Yeah, that's what's striking, isn't it? The sheer scope of it right from the start.
It is. They didn't just test the waters.
No, full lineup. Different prices, different performance targets. It's ambitious.
Okay, so let's start at the entry point, the Xiaomi SU7 standard.
The baseline model.
Yeah. Rear-wheel drive, single motor. It's putting out 220 kilowatts.
Yeah.
Which is, what, around 300 horsepower, give or take?
Roughly, yeah. Perfectly adequate for most people.
And it's got a 73.6 kilowatt-hour battery. It's from BYD, actually.
Oh, interesting. BYD's Blade battery tech.
That's the one. Known for being pretty safe, good energy density.
Mm-hmm. Important selling points.
They're claiming up to 700 kilometers of range. CLTC cycle, of course.
Right, the Chinese test cycle. Still, sounds pretty practical for daily use.
Yeah, definitely. And 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 5.3 seconds. Top speed, 210.
Respectable numbers.
Plus, the charging sounds decent. They say up to 350 kilometers of range back in just 15 minutes.
Okay, that's useful. Quick top-ups make a difference.
Seems like a very solid, everyday EV package.
It really does hit that sweet spot, doesn't it? Good range, enough performance, fast charging, ticks a lot of boxes.
And that BYD battery, as you said, known for safety, that probably offers some peace of mind.
You'd think so, yeah.
Okay, then moving up the range, we have the Xiaomi SU7 Pro.
Right, and this one seems laser-focused on range anxiety.
Totally. It keeps the same basic power output, the 220 kilowatt motor.
But the battery gets a big upgrade.
Yeah, a 94.3 kilowatt-hour pack.
Yeah.
And that pushes the claimed range way up. We're talking 830 kilometers CLTC.
Wow, okay. That's a significant jump, addressing a major EV concern.
It is. Interestingly, though, the 0-100 time is a tiny bit slower, 5.7 seconds.
The classic trade-off. More battery weight versus pure acceleration.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's an engineering balance. The Pro clearly prioritizes those longer journeys without needing to stop as often. That's still huge for a lot of potential buyers.
Definitely a key factor for people switching to electric. Right now, before we hit the real headline grabber, there's the Xiaomi SU7 Max Performance.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, things step up quite a bit here. Dual motors, so you get all-wheel drive.
Right, and more power, presumably.
Oh, yeah. A big jump to 495 kilowatts. That's around 673 horsepower.
Serious power.
Torque is up to 838 newton meters. And that 0-100 time, it drops like a stone. 2.78 seconds.
Whoa, okay, that's properly quick. Tesla plaid territory almost.
Getting there. Top speeds up to 265 kilometers per hour. And the battery's bigger again, 101 kilowatt hours. This one's from CATL.
Another major player. The CATL's Quillen battery, maybe?
Could be. The specs fit. Range is still good, around 800 kilometers. And the charging is even faster. They claim 510 kilometers in 15 minutes.
Ultra fast charging. That's impressive.
This Max model, it's really starting to sound like it's playing in a different league altogether.
Absolutely. It feels like Xiaomi saying, we're not just here for the mainstream. They're clearly aiming at established performance EV brands.
No question. Those specs are right up there with some, very well-regarded and much more expensive cars.
Okay, but let's be real. The model that's got everyone talking.
The SU7 Ultra.
The SU7 Ultra.
Yeah.
They're not just calling it max performance. This is positioned as a record-breaking super sedan.
And, the spec sheet, it kind of backs that up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. We're talking a tri-motor setup.
3 motors. Yeah.
And they're not shy about comparing them. They say it's like having 2 V8s and a V6.
Uh-huh. That's quite the analogy.
Total output.
Yeah.
11,138 kilowatts.
Which translates to, just wait for it,
1,548 horsepower.
madness. Utter madness in a 4-door sedan.
And 1,770 newton meters of torque. Just let that sink in for you.
It's hard to even comprehend that level of power.
The acceleration numbers are just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
0 to 100 kilometers in a claimed 1.97 seconds.
Sub 2 seconds, whack.
0 to 200 in 5.96 seconds. 0 to 300 in 15 seconds flat.
Okay, that's hypercar speed. Seriously.
And the top speed, over 350 kilometers per hour.
So we're not just talking fast for an EV. This is competing with the absolute pinnacle of internal combustion hypercars.
Exactly. What are the sort of implications of cramming that much power into an electric sedan?
Well, I mean, beyond the sheer terrifying thrill of it.
Yeah, there's that.
It points to some serious underlying engineering, right? The powertrain, the cooling, the control systems must be incredibly advanced.
And the battery tech has to be up to scratch, too.
Absolutely crucial. It's using an advanced CATL Kirin II battery, apparently. Very high voltage, 897 volts peak.
Okay, and that high voltage helps how?
It allows for really high discharge rates, so it can dump that massive power consistently even when the battery isn't fully charged, say down to 20%.
Ah, that makes sense. No performance drop-off as the battery drains.
Or less of one, yeah.
Yeah,
And of course, it enables those ultra-fast charging speeds we talked about. It's all interconnected.
right. Now, here's where it gets really, really interesting for you listening.
Uh-huh.
The price. Despite all this insane performance,
Yeah.
what are we looking at?
The reported price tag is around 70,000 euros, maybe about 530,000 yuan in China.
70,000 euros for that level of performance. I know, it's not cheap, obviously, but compare that to anything else offering sub-2-second 0-100 times.
It's a fraction of the cost. You're talking hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, for cars with similar numbers.
Exactly. The sources are really hammering this performance-to-price ratio. It's almost like they're trying to democratize hypercar speed.
Well, relatively speaking, yeah, that competitive pricing has to be a core part of their strategy.
Bring extreme performance to a, well, slightly wider audience than just multimillionaires.
It certainly seems that way, a massive disruptor potentially.
And to really underline the performance claims, they took it to the Nürburgring.
Ah, the green hell. The ultimate test.
And the SU7 Ultra apparently did a lap in 6 minutes, 46.874 seconds.
6:46, that's incredibly fast.
It is. Now, okay, you might be thinking, I'm not taking my sedan to the Nürburgring. Fair enough.
Haha, probably not.
But that lap time, it's more than just bragging rights, isn't it? It's a brutal test of everything handling, braking, power delivery, endurance.
Absolutely. It suggests a really high level of overall engineering competence that translates to better, safer performance on the road, too.
And that time, it's not just fast for an electric sedan. The sources say it's a new record for a 4-door electric sedan.
Wow. So it beat the previous record holders.
Apparently so. Faster than the official times for the Tesla Model S Plaid, which was around 7.25. Faster than the Porsche Taycan GT, which did a 7.07.
Significantly faster than both.
Yeah. And even getting surprisingly close to something like the Rimac Nevera, which is a 2-seater hypercar that did around 7 minutes flat.
Okay, putting it in that context, that Nürburgring lap provides massive validation. It's a benchmark the whole auto world understands.
It really shouts about the car's capabilities on a global stage.
Yeah, achieving that time says a huge amount about the tech and engineering packed in there. Comparing it to Tesla and Porsche really frames the achievement for anyone watching the EV space.
Now, there's a kind of interesting side story here, too.
Ooh.
It seems like some of the first SU7 Ultras delivered actually had their power limited, capped at around 900 horsepower.
Really? Why would they do that?
Apparently, there were some initial software considerations, and also, get this, to help preserve tire life.
Okay, with 1,500 horsepower, I can almost see the point about the tires.
Right, but understandably, the early buyers who were expecting the full Monty, the full 1,548 pp, were probably a bit vocal.
You'd imagine so. That raises a really fascinating point about modern cars, though.
How so?
This whole software-oriented vehicle concept, the car's performance isn't totally baked in at the factory anymore.
Like getting an update on your phone that changes things.
Exactly. The ability to tweak performance, add features, fix issues remotely via software. It's a massive shift from traditional car building.
Definitely. And Xiaomi's response kind of proved the point.
What did they do?
They listened to the feedback and quickly pushed out a remote software update to unlock the full 1,548 horsepower.
Just like that, over the air.
Yep. The source is highlighted as a perfect example of this flexibility, responding to customers, making significant changes even after the cars are out there.
It really underlines how software is just as critical as the hardware now. It controls the whole experience, the whole performance envelope.
It's not just nuts and bolts anymore.
Not at all. It's code. Lots and lots of code.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit and think about the bigger picture for you.
Right.
The sources make a point of directly comparing that SU7 Ultra 0-100 time 1.97 seconds to the Tesla Model S Plaid's 2.1 seconds.
Okay. Couple of tenths faster. Sounds tiny, but
But in this world of hyper-performance, those fractions matter, don't they? Bragging rights, engineering prowess.
absolutely, milliseconds count at this level.
So connecting this to the wider market,
Hmm.
it feels like the SU7 Ultra isn't just another EV.
No, it seems like a direct challenge, a shot across the bow of the established leaders in high-performance electric cars.
By offering that kind of performance, that Nürburgring record performance, at that much more accessible price point.
Yeah, it puts real pressure on brands like Porsche, like Tesla. They have to respond, innovate, maybe even rethink their pricing.
You think?
Potentially, yeah. Or at least justify the premium they charge even more strongly.
And we can't ignore who's doing this. It's Xiaomi,
The phone company.
right? The company you associate with gadgets, maybe
Mhm.
smart home stuff, for them to jump into the car world.
And immediately drop a car with these specs at this price. It's pretty remarkable.
It really forces you to see them as a serious, credible player in the EV game, doesn't it?
Instantly. And they've done it with a very clear strategy. Focus on power, lean into tech, and hit hard on price.
Really shows the potential for disruption from outside the traditional auto industry, too.
Companies with deep software expertise, consumer electronics know-how, they bring a different perspective. They can innovate in ways legacy automakers might find harder.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's try and wrap this up for you. The key takeaway seems to be that the Xiaomi SU7 as a whole range
Right, not just the Ultra.
is a really significant development. It spans from practical, efficient daily drivers right up to this record-smashing Ultra.
A very broad offering.
And that Ultra model, specifically, with its frankly bonkers performance, the advanced battery tech, that disruptive price, and the Nürburgring record, it just stands out.
Yeah, it feels like a potential game changer. It signals huge ambition from Xiaomi.
A willingness to push boundaries.
Definitely. It forces everyone to kind of reassess what's possible in an electric sedan and what kind of value manufacturers need to offer going forward.
Okay, so here's something to chew on, a final thought for you.
Go on.
Think about how cars like this SU7 Ultra, mixing extreme performance with relatively accessible pricing again, relatively speaking.
Compared to traditional supercars, yes.
How might that fundamentally reshape things, not just the EV market, but maybe even the traditional supercar world?
That's a great question.
What do you think is the next frontier for EV innovation once this kind of crazy performance maybe becomes a bit more
Yeah.
commonplace? Where do they go next?